One of the things you learn at Girl Scouts is you can set goals and dreams and you realize that you can plan. And one of the things that really struck with me is one day we were planning an outdoor camp activity at a nearby park. And one of the things we did was we planned for contingency. What happened if it rained? And wow, what a new way of living life that you can plan for the unexpected. It doesn't, just life isn't left for fate. And that really struck with me that we had contingency plans. So that later on, as I live my life, there's an episode I write in Path to the Stars where we almost died because my parents had never changed the filter in the heater. And we had carbon monoxide poisoning. And had it not been for our dog licking my mother and barking and waking her up, where she woke up and was able to drag us out of the house, we may have died. And then later on, our car, because we never serviced the cars, we were stranded in the hot Chihuahua desert with an infant and we ran out of water. And I realized, thanks to Girl Scouts, it doesn't have to be that way. We can plan. We can have contingency planning. Not, don't plan on everything going right. You can also plan for things. What happens if things don't go right? And so remembering the many times our cars kept breaking down, one day when I was in middle school, I saw that there was an ad for women learning how to maintain their cars. So I signed up for the class and I rode my bicycle to the garage and they asked me where my mother was and I said, well, I'm here. And they asked me, do you even drive? And I said, no. And they said, okay. But they let me go with the other women and learned how to, change oil. And then they were talking about that every car came with, a manual. And I said, really? And I said, where is it? They said, usually it's in the glove box. And I remember riding my bike home and going and immediately going to the car. And sure enough, there was a pristine, unopened manual. And in middle school, even before I learned how to drive, I put our cars on an auto repair schedule so that they wouldn't ever break down again.